Sex is cheap, you can buy sex. I was talking to...
Nah, this nigga has an evil mind. What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be reacting to if male virgins were 100% honest. Let's see how honest these niggas are going to be.
Sex is required for a strong romantic relationship. And that's why I feel it should be saved for the last.
A strong romantic relationship should be built on love. Sex is cheap, you can buy sex. 2.5. Don't that scroll.
Do all male virgins think the same? These 6 virgins will be tested with a series of difficult questions, and they'll be presented with a spectrum of options to choose from.
People think I'm an innocent boy. I don't think there's anything you can list that I've not done except from that penetration. You can't say, okay, you kissed a girl, you had sex. Sucked her titties, you had sex. Giving head, you had sex. It doesn't count now until you
They call it oral sex.
I should have done like this. It is not easy, bro. Like, do you know how many times I've been tested? See, I attend Unilag, and trust me, for you to be a virgin in that school, trust me, they're supposed to organize an award.
This nigga is capping, bro. This nigga, like, we just started a show, and you are lying. Like you being tested. Come on, bro. I just want to see the girl that tested you. I just want to see the girl that tested you. We are just like 50 seconds into the show, and you are lying. Oh, come on, bro.
I can beat my chest and say, purely virgin. After your marriage, you tell, brand new something.
If there was no religious stipulation as to virginity before marriage, would you still be a virgin?
How will they confront their different points of view? I have questioned whether something is wrong with me because I am a virgin.
I completely disagree because I've never questioned anything like that. I have my notepad there. I use it to track almost every sexual pain that I witness in my body. I've kissed 2 girls, everything. I have it listed. Number of girls I've done anything with, everything is there. But body count never just enter one. In general, I've never questioned myself because number one, people have told me like, okay, can we? And I have 2 situations where, okay, I was almost raped. Like in GSS2, a girl locked the library and said, if we don't the effort, you are not living here.
GS2?
Yeah. Then in SS1.
Hey, Buddy here is shocked. Buddy doesn't get home, so he's shocked. He's shocked. Buddy is shocked.
Where, okay, I was almost raped. Like in GSS2, a girl locked the library and said, if we don't the effort, you are not living here.
GS2?
Yeah. Then in SS1, we went for a girl's birthday party. We're like 6 people there. But you know, they were reducing. She's bigger than me like this. She just pinned me like this. I kicked her stuff like this. I jacked her.
Before your name, Ansha.
My name is Adibayo Oluwaseun. I do cybersecurity. When a guy claims like he was almost raped or he was raped, people don't take it that seriously. When it happened, I didn't tell anybody. So it was just awkward because the girl was in my class and we saw like almost every day. Not until recently, I told my friends and they found it funny. To me, I was not like meant to even say anything because why are they laughing? So, like me sharing it here is actually like huge because now probably if my mom is going to see this and be like, sure, what's up for me?
I'm the only one who agrees. Growing up, I wasn't really an outspoken person. There was a lot of my friends doing this. What's wrong with me? At home, we're not really allowed to go out. Having to enter into an environment where this is what everybody's doing. I didn't have that mind of my own to say, okay, I can choose not to do this instead of following the crowd. So yeah, earlier in my younger years, I have questioned whether something was wrong with me.
So I just strongly disagree because for a virgin, I'm too much of a flirt. For a virgin, yeah.
Really?
So I've never questioned anything like that. Me too, I've had cases where girls would like come to my place and be like, let's have sex, you get trying to force me and shit. Like about 2 that I can remember. I'm like, no, I'm not ready. But I've never had any like rape case or anything like that. Because I make my intentions clear. I'm like, no, I just called you here to just chill, not for anything sexual or anything like that.
Must be nice. Unlike Shags and Lyle, I've never been in such a situation. I've never questioned myself because that was one of the few things I said to myself when I was younger, secondary school, that, oh, I would like to wait till marriage. But I don't know what will happen if I was put in that situation. You know, it's easy.
I was about to say that this nigga, if he's supposed to be placed in the situation, bro, he's not going to fumble the bag. He's not going to fumble the bag, bro.
For a poor man to be humble and a rich man to be generous.
Why I disagree with this? Unlike their reasons, I grew up in a very Christian home. My parents are pastors, and I possess the same Christian faith, and I hold it in high esteem. So I question you. That's not a virgin. I feel you should be the one. I don't feel insecure, question why I'm a virgin. I feel like you should be a virgin.
My reason is the same with him, or similar with his. For me, I've never questioned my being a virgin up until now because it was a choice and it was intentional. Like, there was so much of self-discipline and self-intentionality. I'm guessing we probably will get to the point where we will probably mention the reason behind that decision. But for now, I'll just leave it at that it's a personal choice. For that single reason, I've never questioned it.
But Eniola, why did you feel wrong? Was it not a conscious choice or a condition make crayfish bend?
I used to be, like, you know, this thing they call people pleasing. Yeah, I had to, like, consciously walk out of that state of mind. So if everybody's doing it.
To be honest, yeah, this nigga looks like someone who gets zero hoes. Like, he looks like someone who gets zero hoes. I think it's because he doesn't get hoes. That is why he thinks like he has a problem.
I want to do it because of the moral standard that I came from the house. I also grew up in a Christian home. That moral standard was always opposing the standard I was seeing
outside.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, I want to do now. Like, something wrong with me. Until I came out of it and decided to take my walk with God seriously and all that. That was when the intention solidified. The full name is Eniola Rivo now. I'm a social media strategist and a ghostwriter. Then I'm a Christian and I'm a virgin. In secondary school especially, there was this stereotype around the class where someone has a girlfriend, someone has a boyfriend. I wasn't really brought up in a household where we're allowed to interact much due to the environment that we grew up in. At the time, I did not understand what my parents were doing for me. I was questioning myself, why should I have to be the oddball out of the pack? I would not be a virgin if I had been brought up differently than I was.
Pause. Hey, you in particular. You've been
I'm
watching our
skipping.
subscribe button.
As a man, your life is basically discipline.
It is harder for watching our show for so long and you still not subscribe to this channel. Why? Hit the subscribe button and now let's get back to the show. It is harder for men to be more sexually disciplined.
I'll strongly agree. Because, like, yo, you can just be minding your business, yeah? And you see a pretty lady walking down the street with a short skirt and be like, damn! Then, you feel me? The bazooka will just rise. Out of the blue. Sometimes you just be minding your business, yeah? And a girl will just pop up into your room and start flirting with you. And, oh, come on, bro. Like, it's very hard.
As a man, your life is basically discipline. If you're not disciplined, you're not going anywhere in life. Everything you are doing has to be a conscious and intentional action. I use social media for work, so it is very easy to get distracted. So I have to cultivate discipline consistently every day. Not just work, personal life, reading my Bible, praying, and the concept of sex. A man who is disciplined will not have issues in being disciplined towards not wanting to have sex, if that makes sense.
I somewhat agreed. Societal norms determine that men do the pursuing than women. If 10 people are pursuing me, I'll fold though. But me, that I'm the pursuer, is when I don't have the energy and say, I'm tired, I won't pursue. I feel like things to stimulate men, get men aroused easily, are anywhere.
This nigga just said what I said. It's easy for niggas to get aroused. It's like, yo, a girl would just do like this, bruh, and stretch the leg like this, bro. You see her time, be like, damn, bro, come on, bro. It's easy. Bro, come on, bro.
It's easy to fold as a guy, but the reason I couldn't go further in my agreement is because you're the one that does it. You're the one that chases. My name is Gerald Modlim. 26, will be 27 by next week. At first, being a virgin just meant, not having sex. As I got older, I started realizing there's more to that, and it became harder. I remember thinking, is the goal of my virginity to just say I've not had sex, but I've done every other thing? Wouldn't that sort of defeat the purpose? So since then, I've been trying to work towards not just, I've not had sex, but actually be more chaste in everything. Not just actions, but also thoughts too.
To your point, the society, a man's status is almost relative to the number of partners he has. Someone's video gets leaked, but the guy is praised, the lady is condemned, things like that. So for a woman to be sexually active is condemned by the society, but a man is praised. A man having many wives proves that he's a man of influence or something. So it's more difficult for a guy somehow when you know that even if you do this thing, you're going to be applauded.
I chose somewhat agree. Maybe I should have even chosen strongly agree. I don't know how many ladies get triggered or get moved by seeing a guy's muscle, a guy's physique and all that. But then we can all tell that in our generation, the level of exposure of cleavages as far as ladies are concerned, all of these things get guys aroused. On that alone, I agree completely that indeed it might be actually difficult for guys to be sexually disciplined. My name is Kehinde Lawal. I currently work as an auditor, and yes, I'm a virgin. First of all, I would like to say I'm a virgin by choice, but then the basis on which I'm a virgin, first of all, it has to do with my religious belief. So my Christian faith demands that there shouldn't be sex outside of marriage. I mean sex and every other thing that you can call sexual activity. Maybe anyone can tell me if there's something, apart from maybe the pleasure, which I will still get to enjoy later on as well. But if there's any other thing that people are getting from it that makes it so important for everyone to just engage in it, then I'm down to it. Like, tell me about it. Maybe I'll share it.
Yo, nigga, this nigga wants to change his decision. This guy was nah. He needs something like a head start. Like he needs someone to convince. Nah, bro. Just be a virgin, bro. Just be a virgin, man.
It's not a big deal waiting. Everyone can wait to have it later on.
Hey, I'd like to add to what you said. That Drake stuff, Google of Lagos, they were all hyping it and everything. When a guy is involved in that type of thing, he actually gets a lot of hype before say if he turn influencer, all those type of things. So to now keep it, to me now, it's like a trophy. So I will just hold on to it. You might have done things, but to use that your own stuff to do another stuff with another stuff, if you never just that kind of thing.
So did you strongly agree?
I agree now. May not be that now. If you see Yash, it's not
I think if I can add, another point could also be the place of tradition, not to belittle any religion. Take for instance, Islam will allow a man to take more than one wife. I don't think a lady can take more than one husband. And even if you are a Christian and then your husband makes a mistake of fornicating, I've seen culture or tradition where family will gang up on the woman and plead with her. You can't go for the sake of your children. Most times you will see that men always get to have their way, and it's not helping the society. From several years ago, the attention has always been on ladies, so it just looks like as if guys are permitted to do whatever they like. While we were growing up and we were going to leave home for school, our parents would usually tell us, remember the son of who you are, this and this and that. But I remember that there would be times that my mom will separately draw my sisters aside after giving all of us warning. And in my head, I'll be like, why are they giving them a special warning or a special advice? So it looks like they're giving them an extra special advice that, sure, you know that you're a lady. So because of that, it looks like a lot of guys have grown to understand that I can just do whatever I like.
The girl you might find ugly, if she actually off everything. It's to see. But what the girl finds?
No. Let's cap. Like, yo, a girl that you don't find attractive yet. Bro, come on. That means you are down bad. That means you are down bad. Like, picture this. A girl you don't find attractive, like that crazy girl down your road that you don't find attractive, is supposed to open the leg. Bro, the smell alone would just off you. That's not, bro, come on. Nah. Men are cheap, yeah, but men are not that cheap. Like, yo, come on. You people should stop making it as if men are so cheap, bro. Men are cheap, yes. but they are not so cheap.
There's nothing you want to do.
Exactly, true.
You all make valid points. I've listened and I've understood, but my point still stands that you are a man when you are disciplined.
But you know that like some men don't see that as discipline.
Everybody has their different values, what they put as high as there. Some people believe sex is very important in a relationship. Somebody that is in a relationship, serious relationship with someone and is disciplined enough to only have sex with that person, see himself as disciplined because he's just that one person. You're in a relationship with someone, but your value is, bro, not your marriage. And you see that as your discipline. And you can find someone that, relationship, he's very disciplined, but he can come late here and there, he can, slack off here and there. Well, you can even find somebody that is a sleazebag, he does anyone, but you see work, you will not believe it's the same person. So I think in the end, everybody has what they rank high. Well, whatever you value high is where you focus that discipline on.
I'm not saying this from a social construct. Men are more logical by nature. Women are more emotional. If a man is having sex, it is, I'll say 95% of the time, a conscious choice. Men do not have it harder in the basis of gender, not social constructs. Sex is actually beyond the physical. Like when you understand what you're actually doing and then still choose to not be disciplined, then you're not disciplined. But like if you don't know what you're actually doing, like what you are getting into, and you are getting into it, then that's peer pressure.
Part where you talked about sex being spiritual, like that one has added to like more reasons why I should actually maintain this standard. Yeah.
Sex is not a requirement for a strong romantic relationship.
My guy.
This question here, it's actually a funny question because see, there are people that got married here that went the opposite way, they split up here just because of sex. So this is actually it's actually a funny question. I don't know how to talk about this. Like this is a question where I don't even have my own perspective about this. Because in one way, sex is not important in relationship. In another way, it is.
I feel sex is required for a strong romantic relationship. And that's why I feel it should be saved for the last. Let's save the best for the last. Dating phase is not for you to experiment sexual experiences at all. The other things that are romantic, not necessarily sex. You can speak the person's love language, gifts, acts of service, except physical touch. I've seen research that says couples that have sex more frequent stand a better chance. But you don't do that when you're not unsure of the person's commitment to you yet. So when you are fully committed in marriage, then sex should be there on the table every day if it's possible.
This guy had a point right there. Just as I said here, there are people, their marriages here got ruined by the lack of sex, like lack of sexual intercourse and stuff, you feel me? And there are people where it was, like this thing is whole, like it's messed up. On one side, it's positive. On the other side, it's negative. Like I don't even know where to stand.
My name is Prince Kwenbei. I'm a visual design associate. The reason I'm a virgin is because of religious values. I grew up in a Christian home and I've understood the Bible for myself. Keeping my sexuality till marriage is very important.
If it's my light, if it can go brighter than this. Because I strongly agree, because based on what you said, I'll say you're watching too much movies, yeah. You say you're watching like 365 days, all the type of thing. That's why you think sex will make the whole relationship sweet. Like, if you actually think about it, in a real life scenario, like if you can build like a very, very strong relationship without sex, now imagine how strong it gets when you add it to like the relationship. Chill, like without sex, the relationship can still be romantic.
Yeah.
You can do like minor things. That physical touch, it depends on what you are using, what you are touching. So like, it depends on what you are touching. Because hey, like now, you can just hold a hand, all this type of thing, go for a walk, normal, simple things. That kind of thing.
Sex is important. The difference is when do you have it. If we're dating, the obvious or the hopeful end is marriage. So if I say sex is not an important part of it, in the end, when we get married, we're supposed to consummate it. I realized that in the end, whether you chose to delay the sex or have the sex during the relationship, some people just took a shortcut, while some people stayed the course. Whether or not your parents waited to marriage, the fact that we're here is evidence of the fact that they must have done it at some point. The reason I didn't fully, strongly disagree is because I've seen people that had a longer, stronger relationships outside the marriage. When they got married, the marriage was way shorter than the thing. Maybe it was because the whole expectation from marital couples, right, was way harder and it messed up their chemistry.
I want to first of all...
Wait. This nigga actually made a point here. He made me even remember something here. Imagine here, you have a nice relationship with a girl without sex. Like, just picture this, yeah. Then after you get married to the person, you realize, after having sex, she's not the one you actually fuck with. Like, it's not actually giving that much. Now, that is the problem. Now you be like, damn. And also, it's not even about that too. Sometimes, maybe I'm just curious. I'm just curious thinking about something here. You can also have sex with a girl for the first time, and now you'd be curious. You'd be like, okay, what is out there for me? Even though you are married to the person, you'd be like, okay, curiosity is one dangerous thing. Like, it's one dangerous thing. You'd be like, okay, so what is out there for me? Another introspective. This thing is somehow.
And I want to even check, maybe we are on the same page. We are talking the context of relationship, not marriage, right?
Is marriage not a form of relationship?
Marriage is a form of relationship, I understand. Even though it is termed a romantic relationship, I also want to assume that the word romantic relationship there simply just means a love relationship, like you're dating someone. Of course, marriage is another form of relationship. Okay, so if we've agreed on that, the first reason will come from the place of religion. Because of my Christian faith and Christian values, I have to wait till marriage. But then the other point is that sex is just one of the few expressions of love. If you decide not to, trust me, it doesn't mean your relationship will not work. It doesn't mean you will not have a great relationship. There are other things you can help each other work on. You can work on emotional connection for as long as you guys are dating. You can work on building support for each other. On those two grounds, I strongly agree that sex is not a requirement.
I chose agree, but now I feel like I should have chosen strongly agree. First of all, sex is not love. And a strong romantic relationship should be built on love, not sex. I tell people all the time, sex is not love. Before you get in a relationship, you have to ask yourself, why are you in this relationship? Are you here for sex? Or are you here like for love, to build with your partner, to learn from your partner, to like do things with your partner, do activities with your partner? If you are here for sex, then that's a very wrong reason to be in a relationship. You can get sex anyway. 2.5, you don't know that was scroll. Sex is cheap, you can buy sex.
Nah, this nigga has an evil mind. Nah, what do you mean by buying sex, bro? What do you mean, bro? Come on, bro. Nah. That is the most down bad you can ever be in life as a man. You buying or paying for sex, like you are down, like yo, bro. I would rather remain single, sexless, than pay for sex. Like fact. But to be honest, these niggas are also putting me on like a new different level of thinking. It's actually good.
And the girl said, you can fall in love through sex.
That's cap.
Bro, it's not cap. It is not cap.
Wait, no.
It's not love, it's attachment.
Bro.
She has seen too many movies.
Oh my God.
I don't think it's cap.
I feel like that's cap. I feel like that's that's very delusional, because we're having sex with a person, then you fall in love. That's not love. That's obviously...
It can be love, but he fell in love with the sunset.
It's eros now. It's eros. It's still love. The one word love means all types of love. I say I love chicken. I love my father. It's the same word, but in Greek or whatever, it's different things. I love God. I remember we all know agape love. There's amor. Was it amor? Eros. That's the eros. There's filial for friends. I can't remember the one for things. Oh, I love my PS4. So it's still love. And it could also be there was something there, the feelings there, and that thing just pushed that over.
There's a level of maturity that you need to have emotionally to be able to sustain a strong romantic relationship. So communicating effectively, then trusting each other, and then emotional stability. I think if you have these three things, you have a strong romantic relationship and a successful romantic relationship.
No. I disagree with this guy. I disagree with this guy, bro. I personally feel like you have no control over your relationship. Like, you generally have no control over it. You can be a good communicationalist. You can do everything this nigga is saying, yeah, and still the relationship will go down the drain. And it's actually a funny thing. Relationship is something that is not concrete. Like, you have nothing to... I don't even know how to say this, yeah. I don't know how to say this, yeah. But hey,
To be an added benefit.
It's not a requirement because if the coochie is that good, like the guy can get addicted to it and think he has fallen in love with the girl or something. But it's actually that stuff he wants. If you are putting it inside one particular word, with time it will tire you, you try another Uber yourself.
Yeah.
So like, and there are situations.
this ties down to the curiosity I was saying. So one side is right, the other side is also right. And in this scenario, you can't be like, because you must think about both sides.
So a guy will have sex with one girl, before you know, if you lose fully all of a sudden, you don't want to talk to her again, stuff like that. So why not just chill and wait till marriage and stuff? So like, it's not a requirement for a relationship.
The reason this question caused different answers is how it was framed. You can't remove marriage as a strong romantic relationship, which is why he and I came from that angle.
In the dating process, you can experiment or experience other forms of love, but that part, this is of high value. Religion put it that it should be done only after this. And there's importance to it. There's a reason, they say two shall become one. And it's intimacy that makes you one. You have to have sex. So I feel it is one of the things that make the marriage valid in the first place. What is romance without sex? I just rate it as one of the most important things. And for the Bible to also put emphasis on it means there's something really in there.
I have done sexual things, but I still consider myself a virgin.
All of them, all of them, all of them, all of them, all of them.
Virgin.
Oh my God.
Wait, how come? No. No. Let me wait.
I chose agree. Straightforward answer to the question. I've done sexual things, but then penetration, obviously not. And then if I'm to say a few things about whatever it is that I've done, I'm not about to give any details. All right. If I'm to scale it between 1 to 10, I would say 2.5.
I want to hear Shags.
I agree. I don't think there's anything you can list that I've not done. Except from the penetration.
Wait. There's not anything you've not done, bro. You do the other way. You do the other way, bro. You just snitched on yourself. Come on, you do the other way, bro. Come on.
Wow.
Bad guy.
You can't say, okay, you kissed a girl, you had sex.
Yeah.
You've sucked her titties, you had sex. You've given head, you had sex. It doesn't count now until you
They call it oral sex, yeah.
It doesn't count as a meaning to it now. I just keep it simple, like you said. I'm not giving any point. But there's nothing you can list that I have not done, except penetration.
Shags is not a virgin. He said he has done everything but penetrate. Then, I don't judge that as a virgin then.
John could have decided not to give us instances to his responses, and we would not be coming up with this assumption. Some of my friends will tell me that there's an extent or level you will get to with some sexual activity. There's no way, there's no going back. You will eventually cross to that main thing. I think some of the things he mentioned are some of those things my friends will say. I would find it difficult to believe that, Sean, we got to that point and you still didn't do the routine. Are you sure?
Fight. Imagine your girlfriend comes to you. You see, I was alone with my friend over here, and the friend is a guy. But we didn't do anything. He just touched me like this, my tie like this, and he left. Bro, come on. La, bro. As long as the two of you were in the room, something happened. Bro.
But I would love to just take him for his word.
Yeah, I'm really a virgin. I get that a lot, so I don't judge. I'm very outspoken. I share anything, and anybody that is angry should get out.
I somewhat agreed. I think I still consider myself a virgin because I've not had sex. I've not penetrated. The goal should be chastity, not virginity. Virginity is, you've not had sex, but are you chaste? There are different levels to it. I mean, if anything, if any of us is Christian, Christ said that, he told us not to commit adultery, but if we look at a woman lustfully, you've already done adultery. Abi?
Yeah.
So even if you've not even done anything with anybody, as far as say you don't hold out your John Thomas and, So that's not only, it's not speaking about virginity because you've not had sex. But it's about chastity.
In regards to having had several sexual experiences that did not have anything to do with, I would say, penetration, theoretically, you are still a virgin. There's a level of exposure that you get to that the damage it does to the mind is even more than the damage it does to somebody that had actual sex.
Why I slightly disagreed was that the whole concept of virginity is purity. That your body is, because that's the only reason I'm keeping my virginity. It's not that I have any personal attachment to virginity.
Nah, this nigga, if it wasn't for him being a church boy, he wouldn't be a virgin. He wouldn't be, like, he'd be like, yo, God, you are the one keeping me from being a virgin. If not for you, if not for our bond, like, yo, God, I'm out of here.
It's my Christian faith. The Bible says that your body is the temple of God. Having sexual defiles your own body. I had a friend tell me that the girl insisted she doesn't want, but she said she could put it in her, do anal, but she will not, just because she wants to be a virgin. I think if you're going to go that length to save your virginity,
Finish it.
why not finish it? You can go on your knees, not in prayer, but and you're calling yourself a virgin, then I feel you're not worthy. Not just being a virgin, but the whole concept is that you're pure. I feel there's a limit you can go and still call yourself a virgin. Unless you and God have put it in place or something. But nah, if you say you can do this, nah, I don't believe you're still a virgin.
I have, but I'll say the intensity is just kissing. So that's why I chose somewhat disagree. Kissing is intimate, French kissing and all of that. It's all intimate.
I chose agree because I feel like your virginity is purely penetration. Speaking of myself, like what you said, if I'm to rate like sexual activities on a scale of 10, I'll just put myself on a 3. I strongly believe that sex is purely penetration. When I tell people that like I am a virgin, like I've done sexual things, but like I'm a virgin, they always try to want to write me of that, bro. You will not be virgin. You get that kind of, and I'm like, no, bro, I'm still a virgin. I've not penetrated. My name is Atilayo, Layo for short. I'll be 21 this year, and I'm a content creator. I'm a student of Unilag, and I'm a virgin. My reason for being a virgin has changed with time. Now I'm just a virgin because I'm trying to like just chase my dream, just focus on myself. Being a virgin has taught me that, especially a male virgin, I feel like that means like you can do almost anything, because I believe that a man that can control his lust is a very powerful person. I can like make decisions out of a deeper place. Like I can make firm decisions, and I can be very disciplined with other things too.
Bros, you can change your answer to agree. Because if you're just kissing, you try now. In other cultures, kissing is how they welcome themselves now. I've gone beyond the kissing, please, but no, compared to what is being done, I beg you, I will still call myself a virgin, but in an penetration, I beg.
Just for context, I've never touched myself before.
Nobody said, why you get to this context? I did not say that.
No, it sounds like everything sexual you are talking about that they are doing, you are involving me.
I was kissing there when I put it.
Purity is an wholesome thing, or it's expected to be an wholesome thing. Pursuing purity, you are pursuing purity. There should not be stops by the way. We have the same goal, but it's just that things happen. You get
The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
As much as people want to break it down and say there's kissing, there's this, there's penetration. I've not done this one. See, if you've not done the last one that I mentioned, but then you've done kissing and this, there's no point. Just kukuma complete everything and do everything.
No. So if you've done it, why should you complete it, bro? Like, why is it? No. Some niggas just want to be virgins here and keep it that way.